Hey guys, and welcome to our newest Pokemon Sword and Shield Wi-Fi battle. I've been hard at work getting some things ready for you guys. I've got an Ubers match today versus Errol. Now, why Retro would you like to have an Ubers match? And that is because Shiny Eternatus is among us. Sorry, I was waiting for the imposter theme to play. His entire team is a threat. Nasty Plot Prankster Thunderous, Landorus could be Scarfed, it could be defensive, it could be special defensive. God help us. Zacian Crown is terrifying. Necrozma Dawnwings is terrifying. Urshifu's terrifying. So, like I said, I'm going to do my best to get this battle as nice and commentated as I can for you guys. He leads with a Dawnwings Necrozma. I'm not interested in any Photon Geysers that this thing wants to throw at me. This is a free switch into the Paganation. As we go into this, now it takes me so long to get all that editing out of the way that you see I'm down to 4 turns. Now Paganation, after a simple crunch, does go down to 1,000 arrows. I think Sucker Punch would have been the play there just to get some extra residual damage on the Zygarde, but it going into complete form is pretty much going to happen either way. So I'm going to go into fully defensive, full attack investment, Choice Banded Sandtomb Scizor. And this thing, let me tell you guys about this thing. Let me tell you how much Choice Band Sandtomb does. It does a lot to Zygarde. Now, true, even after the residual damage from that, it's actually going to go in for its power construct and go into its final form. And this thing has a, dragon, well, when it attacks, it has a dragon on its hand. It reminds me of something out of, Custom Robo. Anyways, guys, he goes for the 1,000 arrows. I'm down to 28, but that's going to let me do the Choice Banded Sandtomb once again, and that residual damage is going to end up mattering and racking up and just helping me out efficiently. The common set with this thing is Glare and Rest, and I'm so scared of this thing to rest. I want it to just kill me off with 1,000 arrows so that it doesn't have the chance to rest and coil and all of those shenanigans. I'm not interested in it. I'm going to go back out into my Shiny Eternatus for the second time now. By the way, if you guys like the music that we're kicking in today's show, drop a comment down below and let me know. Massive credits to the artist that made this track. So, Eternatus is not playing around. From this range, it is going for a Meteor Beam. Except it missed. So, 1,000 arrows because Eternatus has massive BST. It's actually going to live that and then outspeed and take him out with a Dynamax Cannon after living in extreme speed. So, I don't think this thing is fully attack invested. I'm not really sure if it's more HP invested or how it's set up, but it's not enough to knock out my Shiny Eternatus. By the way, Shiny Eternatus, the pink just looks really good for it. It just gives it that virus color, you know? He's going to go back out to Necrozma, and I was like, okay, this thing's going straight away for a Photon Geyser. Toxic Spikes is going to be very, very helpful for wearing down the rest of his team. I go for one layer, he goes for a Stealth Rock. And I'm like, oh my god, I have a chance to get up both layers of Toxic Spikes in exchange for dying. What does he go for? Stealth Rock. Those don't stack, buddy. Good effort, though. So after 2 Toxic Spikes, I'm going to go ahead and get a massive chunk of damage off with the Dynamax Cannon. Necrozma being very, very low. And now Photon Geyser goes off and takes Eternatus down. By the way, guys, you're seeing this battle in times 16 speed. So just don't try to imagine what it looked like during the fight, okay? Let's just move on. Let's think about the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Well, technically he's not Itsy Bitsy anymore, and he's pretty big. You know, if you guys know me, Araquanid is one of my favorite Pokemon by far. We're going to take a Photon Geyser to the face and be able to set up this Sticky Web. Why is that important? Because he has a Zacian Crown on the other end of the ball game, and Zacian Crown is absolutely mortifying, even with the Choice Scarf Landorus. What's going to happen is we would hit it one time and then go down to a Behemoth Blade. Shoutouts to Antler Boy this time. Not necessarily trying to copy his voice, but shoutouts to him down below in the description. By the way, did Moongeist Beam, get prettier? Because that is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm going to go out into my Xerneas here. Oh, dear! And basically, substitute Geomancy Xerneas is amazing. And basically, Thunder is just really good coverage for, Kyogre and other shenanigans. I've also found it pretty good to hit things like Zacian Crown, since it, of course, retains the Steel typing. Alright, so, retaining that Steel typing isn't quite enough, though. Xerneas has a substitute broken by that Photon Geyser, And we're going to set up a Geomancy because of Power Herb. I can charge up right off the bat. And as I charge up, it is time to attack. It is time to destroy. It is time to really gain a lot of ground back because we bopped several things. And then, of course, we got the Sticky Web supporting us as well. The only thing we got to worry about is that Zacian Crown. Now, that Sticky Web was super relevant for Zacian Crown, as you'll see later in the battle, because basically, Scarf Lando would do a bunch of damage to it, and then I would just straight up die to a Behemoth Blade. He's going to go out into this other massive threat, which is a Thunderous. I'm really surprised not to see like a Thunder Wave here or any kind of attempt. He just straight up gets bodied by a Moonblast. I was expecting like a Prankster Thunder Wave or something to try to Cleric me. I've also ran defensive Aromatherapy, Rest Sleep Talk Moonblast. It's pretty good as well. Because you kind of just set up and then you just continually take hits. It's pretty amazing. In comes Landers. It's not Scarf, thank God. I'm not sure if we outspeed Scarf Landers because, as you know, I don't need my I don't know my speed tiers. He's going to Dynamax. But let me explain something to you, my good friend. Fairy, Aura, Geomancy, Moonblast. You don't take that. No crit. No, not needed. Even the Pokeball boy's excited. He like jumped up and down like in the background right when you died. Into Zacian Crown, and I'm so glad this thing has a shiny. I actually found my texture, my black and gold texture I did for Zacian back a long time ago. Moonblast is not very effective. Luckily, we're going to get this thunder rain down from the sky. Love of thunder, as I have, of course. And it does quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately, the Behemoth Blade takes us out in one hit, but that is okay because we have gotten it to the point that where we can lock on Choice Scarf Earthquake. Now, I wasn't going to Dynamax at all, but since he did, I decided to. And what a great thing that I decided to do because, again, right now I'm sitting here thinking, okay, this right in the back is not the dark form. This is the water form of Urshifu. Meaning we automatically lose this fight, right? Nope. It's the dark form. And Sticky Web and Toxic Spikes. Man, Eternatus really is toxic, isn't it? At least I don't really like the Cosmic Power Toxic Pressure Stall set. I think the offensive set's got a lot more prowess. It's got really good offensive stats. So I'm going to Dynamax into Landorus Therian, go for Max Quake. And you're going to see here I would not have lived a Wicked Blow if I would not have Dynamax, so that works out really nicely. I take an absolute ton of damage, a 2-hit KO from Wicked Blow, but of course the Toxic Spike's doing the work, and I'm going to end this poetically by dropping a massive rock on his face. Thank you, Arrow, for the battle. If you are around and you would love to be recognized, leave a comment down below.